Hey everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com. Thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to create a thank you card. I am using these to send to family and friends who have sent us sympathy cards and mass cards and have just shared in the loss of my dad, and with all of the current situation with COVID. It's very, very different the way things played out. So I thought, what better way than to create, a beautiful handmade card. All of the cards I've sent have been handmade, but this one I particularly love and wanted to share with you guys. So I'm using some gorgeous Designer Series paper. I've kept it very, very simple since I have to create so many of them, and hopefully you can find some use for this. This is a great stamp set to have in your collection. I am using the Kindness and Compassion. So there's some beautiful sentiments for the front as well as the inside. To share your condolences and sympathy, but also, for me as a family member to then thank all of these people for reaching out. So it's a beautiful set, definitely something you want to pick up. You can pick that up in my online store. You will find a full supply list at the end of the video with all of the products that we use today if you're interested in those. But let's go ahead and jump in and recreate this. Just a lovely springy card. I decided to use some nice colors that coordinated so well with this Designer Series paper. So our card base is Balmy Blue. This is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And we're just going to give that a nice crease. I have a piece of Highland Heather that is 3 3/4 by 5. And my Designer Series paper, I'm using the Perennial Essence paper. There are some beautiful patterns in here in lovely colors. So I have cut this to 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. So it has just a very small border, but just to help kind of stand out a bit. So what we can do is get this laid down. Let me get my multi-purpose glue. Since I have such a small border, I like using my liquid glue because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room to get everything aligned properly. Okay, just set that aside. All right, let's get this laid down. All right, then we can actually go ahead and even adhere this to the front. Yeah, I chose to do, a simple design just because of the time commitment. I'm still trying to get back to my normal schedule and just needed something a little quicker, but, still beautiful and still shows everybody, how much I do appreciate them reaching out. Okay, so let's center this. You'll get a nice border there of the Balmy Blue. All right, and then we are going to use our Balmy Blue ink. I have a piece of Whisper White. This is just a scrap. It's about 3/4 wide by 3 1/2, and we are going to stamp the thank you on the front here, and I'm stamping it towards the right, because we are going to flag that. So I have my triple banner punch, and I'm just going to put this in face up. I'm going to go all the way to the end here and just flag that. And then we can bring back that glue. I did some with some inch scraps. That works as well for this size thank you. So, whatever you have, it's a great way to kind of use up some of those pieces you end up with. We will stick this here. All right, and then on the inside, we're going to go ahead. I have mounted both of the sentiments on one block, and we're going to ink that up. I tested them on a scrap piece of paper to make sure everything was aligned properly before I started stamping on my cards. There you go. We are sincerely grateful for your kindness and compassion. It is deeply appreciated and will always be remembered by our family, which I thought was perfect for these cards. All right, and then I also have another scrap of the Designer Series paper, so we're going to use that to coordinate and decorate our envelope. So this is our medium Whisper White envelope, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to that. I'm not too concerned about the pattern. You know, if I wanted to cut some more paper the opposite way, I could, but I figured not completely necessary. You know, just wanted it to match and look beautiful in their mailboxes. I'm so grateful that I love what I do and I'm able to share my love of card making with everybody, especially in times like this. I just think, you know, it makes me feel good. I hope it makes them feel good and brighten their day when they open their mailbox. So there we go. That completes our beautiful thank you card. So I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm so glad to kind of be back with you. I'm hoping to kind of ramp up my schedule here as I get back to normal life, since it's looking a bit different now for the future. But again, I always appreciate you watching. I hope you have subscribed to my channel so that you'll get notified every time I put out a video. And I look forward to being back with you real soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.